And speaking of quality fields, we're going to see shortly the final of the women's 200 metres. The semi-finals will run earlier today, and here's a package to show you just who's come through to the final stages.
This is the first heat of the semi-finals, first four to go through to the final, and that's Lillian Gache in the blue that we've just seen, who has broken in this event. So I can't see the red flag up against her, but Gache appeared to break.
I think it was noise in the stand because the man came over the PA to ask if all the crowd would be very quiet at the start. So I would say that she's claimed noise at the start.
Ottey's in 1, Givens 3, and Griffith in 7. They're the girls to watch. Ottey away, Waithera in 2, Givens in 3, Majama 4, Gache 5, Vader struggling in 6, Griffith's running brilliantly in 7, and then Baptiste into the straight. Griffith well clear of Gache. Ottey's a long way back with Givens. Ottey's got a power home to qualify. Griffith well clear. Ottey's safe for second now. Then Givens and Gache, but Griffith brilliant. Wins easily. Ottey looked comfortable on the line. Then Givens, then Gache, they all qualified. Baptiste, Majama, Waithera, and back with them, Vader. Time is fast. Griffith continues her unbeaten run in the 200 metres. Ran the first 100 brilliantly, set it up for herself, and was able to go to the tape very, very comfortably in fast time.
Yes, Griffith was a close fourth in the World Championships last year. Kathy Smallwood, or Kathy Cook as we know her now, was third. So that's a great run by Griffiths, 22.28. It's really shaping up to be a great final. I would say that lane 1, if we watch, has really harmed Merlin Ottey's run in this race, and I'm sure that she'll be thinking she hopes that's the last time she gets it for the series. You can see here that Ottey and Waithera are way back, and in fact Griffiths and Givens are running very, very fast, and Gache. Griffiths is well clear. She's pumping her arms really hard. She's got a very strange arm action. It seems really wide of her body, but a beautiful leg action. Gache is really battling at this stage, and Givens on the inside there is looking all right. Merlin qualified very comfortably. I'm still saying that she's a danger in the final.
In 1 we have Grace Jackson, 2 Valerie Brisco-Hooks, the gold medalists in the 400 metres, 3 Heidi Gogol of West Germany, and 4 Rose Bacoul of France. David, Jackson in 1, it'll be interesting to see how she handles it.
Well, I think that with the other Jamaican just in the previous semi-final, it was very difficult. So let's hope that she shows the form of yesterday.
And away, Jackson in 1, Brisco-Hooks in 2, Gogol 3, in 4, Bacoul. Cook hasn't run a particularly fast bend. She'll wind up, no doubt. Out in 6, Bailey, then Masulu and Davis into the straight. Bacoul leads them into the straight from Bailey. Brisco-Hooks is running on, and so's Cook, and also Jackson. This is going to be a blanket finish. Brisco-Hooks in front. Jackson and Cook are flying. Brisco-Hooks just from Jackson. Cook had a good long look. Then Bacoul, Bailey, Masulu, Gogol, and last Davis. So that race changed totally in the last 50 metres. Exactly the same time as Griffith, and the strength came through at the end. Again, a French girl showing great pace, but the class coming through with Brisco-Hooks, Jackson, and also Cook.
Well, Valerie Brisco-Hooks is the third American girl, a United States track team member to go into the final, so that's a great effort by the Americans in this particular event. Here's the recall at the start. Let's go through. I think that you'll see running out in lane 4, Bacoul got a very good start, didn't she, and led them well into the straight. She's running in lane 4 there on your screen now. Outside of her is Kathy Cook, who was a little slow around the curve. And now on the inside, the move coming from Brisco-Hooks in 2. Note how far back Grace Jackson is on lane 1 and how she's really stretching here, and those big strides are moving. I thought Kathy Cook was moving very easily in the Great Britain uniform of all white and looked very comfortable as she went over the line too. So won't it be very important, the lane draw? 22.28 is a very fast time for a semi-final, and I'm sure that Raylene would agree that the lane draw could almost decide the winner of this particular event.
That's right. I think if Jackson and Ottey draw 1, they're going to be an awful strife. Neither of them handled the turn. You can see Jackson right on the line here. She's run very wide in her lane. The smaller girls of Givens and Brisco-Hooks, they could handle it a little bit better, but I think that Jackson and Ottey are going to be really dependent on drawing quite wide.
And that final coming up just before 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just to clear up something about the men's 1500 metres, of course, those great names I mentioned are not necessarily through to the final yet, because that was the first round. Tomorrow they have to do the semi-finals, but they're all in there fighting. And the good news is our own Pat Scammell qualified today, even though he didn't finish in the first three. He qualified as one of the fastest losers. So both Hillard and Scammell going through. And I hope we'll have more good news for you in just a couple of minutes.